I walk out of the restaurant. The dog starts yanking me this way, that way. 10 pounds like a sled dog. Pulling, yanking. Drives me nuts. I didn't have time to blow my nose because the spices open up your head right away. It's one of the reasons I like it. As I'm blowing my nose and saying, Teddy, stop yanking me already, because I grew up in New York, I scan, wherever I am, I scan around 360, and I look far down the road. I scan down the end of the motel where this restaurant is, and there's a wood lot, an empty lot, and there's a skanky motorhome there, not very good looking, a real crapper, a junker, and lo and behold, I see two Presa Canario-sized dogs who look at me and look at my dog, and I say, oh my God, I'm dead. They're off leash, and no one's there. They had long leashes on them, but they were not held. And they start to come towards the dog. I know what they wanted to do, kill the dog in my arms. I grab Teddy, I put him next to my head, I turn my body to the dog, and I start yelling at the top of my voice. I try to use the only weapon I had, which was my command voice. The dogs didn't respond. Killer dogs don't respond to command voices. They're murderers. They're killers. These breeds should have been exterminated a long time ago, by the way. They're designed for drug dealers and murderers. They never should be allowed on the street. Presa Canarios tore a woman apart in San Francisco 15 years ago in a hallway. I couldn't reach for my weapon. I didn't have time to do it. It was too fast. It was in the blink of an eye. So I started to yell, stop, whatever I was yelling. I don't even remember. Then I see the two skank guys who own the dogs in the trailer come down. I scream, get your dogs, blah, blah, blah. They're going to kill my blah, blah, blah. One of the dead-eyed drug dealers, I would think, comes galloping towards his dog. I swear to God as my witness, it was like in a blink of an eye. The dog was right on me, a foot away from my dog, and he grabbed him. And I thought about it. I said a few words, a lot of words. Then their old ladies, their disgusting white trash girlfriends, were going up the steps of this cheap motel with garbage bags filled with their clothing to give you some idea of the type. And they scream at me, your dog was off the leash. Our dogs are sweethearts. You should put your dog to sleep. In other words, they reversed everything. You get the picture? This is how trash is. This is what happens when you associate. You get anywhere near trash, things go bad. I get in my car, I drive away, and I start thinking about it. I said, what just happened here? I said, well, what happened here is your dog would be dead had you not grown up in New York and you didn't scan constantly forward and backward and always look at your surroundings. I'm still a good Boy Scout. In other words, if I were an average American, my age, I'd come out of a restaurant, have a toothpick in my mouth, and I'd be looking down at my feet. I wouldn't even know what hit me, in other words. But because I don't act that way, I'm always looking and watching. I see these dogs, as I say, and I see them. Now, this is the killer part. They didn't run towards the dog. Had they run, by the way, I'd be dead too. They walked towards my dog, simply like a predator would. You know that real predators don't even have to run. When they see a fixed target, they don't even waste any energy. Do you know that? And my dog, so I get home. I said to Teddy the whole ride home, I said, do you know what just happened? You almost died. I always warn you about bad boys. I always talk to him about big dogs as bad boys. Because he is so full of life, he doesn't fear anything. Little dogs generally don't fear anything. They're stupid. And he runs, pulls, jumps, nothing bothers him. And that's why we love them, because they go out into the world with such confidence and they're little heroes to us, and we love them, right? I looked at him and I said, Teddy, do you understand what just happened? I don't know if he does. We got home, locked the door. He laid on the couch. He wouldn't eat. He must have known what happened. He wouldn't eat all day. He must have known what happened. And I said, Teddy, do you understand you almost died? Do you understand that Dad saved your life? Do you understand why I tell you not to run away? Do you understand when I say stop, you stop? Yeah, I guess he understood. So I haven't felt this yet. I didn't have any pounding heart. I didn't have any PTSD. I just like a delayed reaction. I'm not really feeling it. I'm mentally understanding what happened, but I didn't have the reaction that one would normally get from a near miss like that. This was like a plane crash. It was like surviving a plane crash. Because I'm telling you as I sit here, there's a message in this story. There's several messages. What's the message? Well, I sorted through it, and here's the message. Things happen to us when you least expect them. That's number one. Out of nowhere. That's T-boned in an intersection, right? You're driving along listening to music.